Prior to meeting Colin, I was in a very physical, abusive relationship. And I was terrified of everybody and everything. So I was in a pretty dark place. Wasn't feeling too good, really at all. God's definitely always been a part of my life. I went to Circle Square Ranch when I was a kid. That was the first time that I ever gave my heart to the Lord, and it was in a teepee. And then from then on, I just, I've gone through a lot of stuff, and no matter what, I just held on to God, knowing that this isn't my story. There's something else for me. When I met Colin's family, it was actually really easy. And then we were just sitting around having a chat, and his mom, Cheryl, and dad, Ray, they were really excited. Like, I could tell that they just had the Holy Spirit just pumping through them. So I asked them where they were going, and they said, MyVictory. And I said, oh, and they started telling me about it. And I said, well, I want to come.
I wouldn't say I was an atheist, but I wouldn't say I believed in God. I didn't believe there wasn't one, but I didn't believe there was. I always thought, anything's possible. So, I don't know, church to me was, from what I remembered as a child, you gotta dress up real fancy and follow a bunch of rules, and it just wasn't my thing. The only time I really talked to him is like a lot of people that don't fully believe is in time of desperate need, or, like when my oldest daughter got really badly injured when she was a baby. Who's the first person you turn to in those times? God, believe in him or not, So that was kind of that's when I would reach out, is when I was desperate, but my daily life, I didn't even think twice.
I went to church that Sunday that I went with Cheryl and Ray, and I was just vibing. It was the best experience I've ever had, to be honest. I've never been in a church like this. I absolutely love it. And I went home, and I was like, I was really, really hyper and feeling really good. And he's looking at me, he's like, it's really that good? That entire week, I was just praying and praying and praying for the Lord just to speak to Colin, just come.
Well, when she initially asked me if I would come next week, I just laughed and said, not a chance. But then as the week progressed and stuff, I thought, I gotta be supportive to her. If this is something that she obviously likes and means a lot, I should be there at least a couple times to check it out and support her. So then I decided, I'll go on Sunday. Let's see what it's like. But I'm not dressing up. I think I remember saying that.
You did say that.
Oh man, the second I walked in, it just blew my mind. And then I went home that day and I was just like, that was a cool experience. And then for the rest of the week, every time I drive by Victory, because I do it twice a day going to and from work, I just kept like staring over, looking at the church, and it was like, I want to go there right now. Like, it's Tuesday. Now it's Wednesday. It's like, I just want to go there. Like, something kept drawing me in. It was just a feeling I'd never felt before. After watching my mom and Sara and my other daughter get baptized, I was like, you know what? I think it's time. It's something I want to do. So we arranged it for Easter Sunday, and like when I watch most people get baptized, you get baptized and they come out and they're just an emotional wreck, and I'm like, yeah, that's not me. I'm way stronger than that, and all this stuff. And let me tell you that when I came up out of that water, there's no words. I was a blubbering mess, and I couldn't control myself, and it was the craziest feeling ever. Mm-hmm. Victory's meant for everybody. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you've done or what your past is. You walk through these doors, and it's an experience you'll never get anywhere else. If it wasn't for Victory and the way they try to reach people, I would not be talking to God and have God in my life. There's no way. It doesn't matter what church I walked into. Like, this was a 1 in a million chance that I walked in here, and it just, I don't know, it just feels like it doesn't matter. I recommend this church to everybody because it doesn't matter if you smoke, drink, have tattoos, it just doesn't matter. You come here and you're welcome, and this is your chance to get a relationship with God.